this is a full moon, guys. Full moons are about releasing and letting go. It illuminates and brings clarity on what just isn't working here, and what needs to be released, um, and what space needs to be made to bring in something new. Because when we get a new moon, we are bringing in new things, new goals, new expectations, new intentions. So full moons are about releasing, new moons are about bringing things in. With a full moon lunar eclipse, well, that's where things get a little dicey. It still means we're releasing things, but there's still things that are going to slowly dissolve on their own time. And this may just be the beginning process of letting those things exit. But all in all, I will say that we have reached, not necessarily, but we have closed the eclipse portal with this full moon lunar eclipse. And with that, we will have some lingering effects within the next couple of weeks. We still have Mercury retrograding. That's what I will be going over within these readings with you as well. And yeah, Mercury is retrograding to the middle of March, and that's going to be also lingering around to the end of March. So March is kind of this limbo space where things have shifted and changed, and we don't quite know where our footing and grounding is. But to say the least, this is the most important time that you should get grounded within your own individuality and authenticity. Okay, so without further ado, we'll get into the readings, and we'll start with Capricorn Sun, Moon, and specifically rising, as this full moon and lunar eclipse will be illuminating in your ninth house of philosophy, spiritual, and religious beliefs. Okay? With a full moon, usually we are releasing and letting go of things. With a full moon in Virgo, we are releasing and letting go the need to control and to be perfectionists. In this area of the ninth house, this is a need to try to control and be perfect in your perspective, your worldview perspective of life. Trying to control some type of perspective, or trying to make it seem as if your beliefs and philosophy is like the end all be all, like it's totally perfect and things like that. And being controlled and really confined within those beliefs and things like that. So this is asking you to actually release the control, open up a little bit more into what new possibilities there are in perspectives of different cultures, different environments, and things like that. Okay, and then with that, we do have an active Mercury retrograde that is happening in the opposite sign of this full moon. It's not exactly conjunct with the sun here, but it's close enough that it will actually start playing a part when they do conjoin. And so Mercury retrograde is here to ask us to review, revise, and refine our mindset around certain things. For you, Pisces, is where the sun is now, as we're in Pisces season. and Mercury is retrograde in Pisces. So Pisces is here to dissolve illusions, dissolving illusions in your third house of communication. So the way that you speak, the way that you interact, the way that you gain, and the way that you share knowledge is all being kind of reconfigured here. And Pisces, or Mercury in retrograde in Pisces, is asking you to kind of reset your mindset around the way that you communicate things, the way that you connect with people, gain or share information, and also how you, excuse me, my brain just totally flipped. It's here to reset your mind on how you communicate things, how you share certain knowledge, and how you acquire certain knowledge as well. So it's here to kind of revisit and comb through all the information that you have already acquired and see what actually works for you and your mindset moving forward, okay? So again, in your ninth house, this moon is illuminating the need to let go of control and perfectionism around your philosophy, around your spiritual beliefs, and ultimately around your perspective of the world. Okay? So let's get into it. Let's see what your reading is about. My nose is stuffy. Or now it's running because I poked my eye in the last reading, 444, and now it's got my nose running. I'm just now noticing that I just did Sagittarius's reading before y'all, and Sagittarius is in your ruling house, the 10th house, but you are in Sagittarius house, the 9th house. So I thought that was kind of funny. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what comes out for you. Not a whole book. No, I'll take that one. What the hell? The Death card at the bottom of the deck. Something needs to transform. Something needs to end. It came out reverse, but the card is stormy. It just won't stay in my hand. The card is stormy. Oh my gosh. I'm done. Stormy. I want to show you the depiction of it. It's like you're in shaky, stormy weather, and waves and stuff like that. You're in chaotic waters. You're going through the storm. You're in the midst of a storm right now. But ultimately, this is meant to bring change. It's meant to bring inevitable change. An end to something. Something completely needs to end, transform, and completely change. And right now, you may be facing the storm. Numbers 21, numbers 36. The Ace of Pentacles. An opportunity. Whoa, these cards. An opportunity is being presented to you, but you're afraid to take it. Yeah, you won't make a decision. There's a decision that needs to be made. You need to make a decision. This is two paths, two directions, two choices. Make a decision. You're at a crossroads. You cannot continue going I mean, you can continue going forward. You can default to going down the same road, the same path, the same stormy waters. If you want to hold on to that, sure. By all means, that's all you. But ultimately making a decision, not trying to play both sides of the fence, not trying to have one foot in one door and the foot in another. That's not how this works. I feel like I've told you multiple times, Capricorn. I feel like this card has come up for you a lot. Not specifically this card, because this is a new deck, but the death card, yeah. Transformation, yes. I've seen it. I've seen it around you plenty of times. I've also seen this Fool card around you plenty of times in the same position. Fears of unknown, fears of uncertainty, and a fear of like taking a leap of faith as well. Okay? But let's see what else came here. So Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity. It's some type of financial, like you may have gotten some financial windfall, a financial offer. You might be given some resources, or you're giving resources. I don't really see you giving resources, because you seem to be holding on pretty tightly to your resources. You're conserving resources right now, your time, energy, finances, and stuff like that. And you've been given an opportunity. I feel like you've been given an opportunity, or you've been given a seed to plant. And the Fool is having faith in a mustard seed, and I feel like you were given said mustard seed, and now you're like, what do I do with this? Go plant it. We got the King of Wands here showing up, so there's definitely something you want and desire in life, and you are pretty adamant on creating it. So there's a sense of leadership here, and authority into getting what you need, want, and desire, or in life, to create in life. The King of Wands is very affectionate. He's very creative, and inspiring on his own, because he does what he pleases to get what he needs, or excuse me, to get what he needs, to get what he wants and desires in life, to create what he wants and desires in life, should I say. So I feel like you're on the road to creating this new life for yourself. You're saving, you're holding on to things, but I feel like you may be what's causing this storm. Maybe you're weathering the storm, okay? I'm getting two readings here. You're bunkering down and you're weathering the storm. Or you're trying to hold on to too many things as tightly as possible, knowing damn well there needs to be something that needs to be let go of, that needs to change. And it can't come with you into this new chapter. So that's why you're not fully investing in this new chapter, into this unknown territory and stuff like that, because you're still holding on to something. But ultimately, there's an opportunity here. There's an opportunity here that you've been given, and you're willing to take it for sure, because it seems like it will be very helpful in helping you create the things that you want. But it seems like something here, while you're weathering the storm, the Four of Pentacles also, it talks about like holding on and controlling things, but it can also talk about like control and power, and trying to hold on from trying to control things. You only have so much power to control things here. And so there's a need to make a decision. You can't just keep holding on to everything. Everything is not meant to come with you to this new chapter. Okay? So I'm going to end that there, but I will read from the guidebook to give you some extra guidance to this stormy energy and also this death card energy. So, stormy. It says drama. It says drama. Okay? I didn't really get that, but I did get like being in the midst of a storm. Like things are just kind of chaotic and stuff like that. I wasn't necessarily getting drama, but okay. Drama straight ahead. Prepare and brace yourself. Conditions are not favorable at this time. Wait the storm out before proceeding. Please don't worry either. The weather can change very quickly. Meditate on this when you want to call on your sea legs to keep you safe and secure through a hardship or stressful period. I just needed to stop it there because as a Capricorn, you are the sea goat. You are the sea goat. Your image, your Zodiac is literally a goat with like a mermaid tail. The sea goat. Okay. So when it says call on your sea legs, that made me chuckle. My little Capricorn up there getting cozy in bed. I want to do that too. Okay. If you are inquiring about a relationship, please be warned that this situation will bring a lot of upheaval to your path. Proceed with caution. Oh, one more thing. The symbol on here is a ship. A pirate boat on the ocean just makes its way through a storm, only to be headed toward another storm. Oh my. So this card has some depth in it. Pun intended with the water there. It gets deep. It gets rowdy. It seems like there's some drama surrounding this. And you want to hang on to it. Alright. Okay. Only reason I'm saying that is because that card literally flew out over to that card. So take it however it resonates. But the death card. The noticeable end of a cycle or situation. Grieving or mourning a loss in order to heal. It is time to watch the old way leave itself in the past. Allow feelings of grief or sadness to move through you with ease. Meditate on this when you want to honor an ending, a loss, or letting go in your life with grace. Without death, there is no life, and vice versa. The symbol is a skull and a rose. The skull and rose symbolize that all is sacred in life and death. Okay. Again, I'm going to leave that there for you, Capricorn. If this resonated or you would like to dig deeper into this reading, please do not hesitate to reach out to me at Libra Baby Doll. But yeah, I hope this all resonated for you. I would love to clarify deeper, but I made the mistake of not doing that, mostly for time. So again, if you want that time, you know where to find me. Okay.